everyone doing today? Yay, good VegFest! Excellent. It's great to see so many of you here today. I hope you have a really good VegFest. They're always excellent. So, Diane, thank you for coming to my cookery demo today as well. I'll be doing a cookery demonstration on Spice It Up. And my name is Nishma, and I run a vegan catering company called Shambhu's. We're a food company based in London, so we do catering, we do cookery classes, and we do cookery demonstrations as well. So we provide catering from like small get-togethers, office meetings, and also like conferences as well. So do get in touch with us if you have any catering needs. And we aim to provide food that everybody will enjoy. It's not just for vegans, it's for everyone. And if you'd like to try our food, we cater regularly at London Vegans monthly meetings. And they happen every last Wednesday of the month. The next one is coming up is on Wednesday, 28th of March. And there's going to be a guest from India. She reversed her lifestyle diseases by eating whole food, plant-based foods. So it will be a very interesting topic. So do come along if you live close to London. Brighton's not too far from London, so do come that evening. And for our vegan cookery classes, I'm passing some postcards around, and we got three regional Indian cookery classes coming up. So one's from Punjab, which is alternative to dairies. The second one is South Indian food, which is about fermented Indian foods. And the third class is on Gujarati cuisine, which is about pairing spices and vegetables together, which is really important. Otherwise, I also do hands-on cookery classes for children as well. And you should get all the information that I've announced on our website, which is shambhus.co.uk. It's on our postcards and also on our banners as well, if you want to note it down. So I'm going to start the cookery demonstration on Spice It Up, and I'll just start warming my pan up. So I'll just wait for the pan to warm up. I'm not using any oil today, and that's because when I'm traveling, I don't take any oil with me just to avoid any oil spills. It's a nightmare to clean oil up, it goes everywhere. So it's just safer not to carry any oil with me. And also it's great for anybody who's trying to reduce the calories as well. So if you're doing a calorie reduction, eliminate oil and it will be fine. It will not impair the taste at all. It will taste fine. So all the food that is prepared by Shambhu's is mindfully prepared. We have nutrition in mind, nourishment and taste. Those are the forefront of Shambhu's catering, and we also got a Healthy Catering Commitment Award as well. So the mixed dal I'm making is very comforting food, and also it can be served with rice, quinoa, buckwheat, bread, or on its own like a soup, and it tastes lovely. And mixed dal is highly nourishing. It's full of protein. The pan is warming up, so I'll just start adding my spices now, and I'll carry on later on. So to the warmed up pan, I'm adding like hard spices like cinnamon, so it doesn't burn quickly, but it just gets roasted gently. So I'm adding about an inch of cinnamon sticks in there. I'm adding star anise, 2 star anise, and I'm adding about 5 cloves. And now I'll add the mustard seeds. When the pan gets hot enough, it will start popping like popcorn. You'll hear tuk 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 sounds. It's really good. So then you know it's done. And I'm adding about, it's popping already, you can't hear it. I'm so glad it's not gas, and that'll go whoosh. So you can hear it's like popping really well. Don't do this on gas, what I just did. And I got some cumin seeds in there. To that I'm going to add some split chickpeas. Okay. So when you're doing this in a dry pan, don't add the water straight away, because the water, when it hits the dry pan, the steam will rise up and you will burn yourself. So whenever you're doing dry, anything without any oil, put your vegetables in first, like either onions or lentils in my case, and then add the water afterwards. You don't want to burn yourself. So I've added some split chickpeas. I'm going to leave some in this bowl, because I'm going to check who can tell which one is chickpea and which one is split pigeon peas. So, because if I put this right next to each other, it's really hard to tell which one is which. They're both yellow in color, they both look similar. So I'll leave it there. I'm going to add some hot water to the pan. Split chickpeas take a really long while to cook, so I'll do this first, and I'll cover it up and leave it to cook. But I have to keep an eye on it, because I can see the froth forming already, and if I let the froth form and don't take the cover out, everything will go everywhere. The froth will go everywhere, and you don't want a mess when you're cooking. So I just keep an eye on it while I'm cooking. Yeah. So the split peas, that's a good, Maharsh just reminded me, if anybody has got questions, just put your hand up and Maharsh will take the questions and he'll relay it to me. So the chickpeas, there are two kinds of chickpeas in front of me. I had the brown chickpeas, and these are from India, and when you split them, they have a darker yellow color, so that kind of color. And I have a white chickpea here. The white chickpeas are the ones that we use to make hummus, and so when they're split, they come a lighter color. So for this dal, you can use either of the chickpeas. It doesn't matter which one you use. I'm sorry, I'm just going to do my microphone properly. So let me run through the ingredients that I'll be using today, so you have an idea. The froth is forming already. So I'm using 160 grams of split chickpeas, 160 grams of split pigeon peas, 80 grams of green lentils, and 80 grams of red lentils. What I did was I soaked them about 3 hours before the demonstration. And when you soak lentils, it makes it easier to digest on the stomach. So soak your lentils before you cook them. But it's not really necessary to soak them. So like this red lentils, I'll not even soak them. I'm just going to add them straight away. I'm just going to remove the froth from here, and I'll put them in this jug. So what you do is when you soak your chickpeas, you discard the water that the lentils have been soaked in, and then add some fresh water to it. So always add fresh water and then cook with fresh water. Discard the old water. you think, I need audience participation here today. Why do you think I would have made a mixed dal curry? Does anybody, what's the common question vegans get asked? Where do you get your protein from? That's right. So what do lentils have? They have protein, they have, what else do they have? Fiber, protein, fiber, and it hasn't got any cholesterol on it. So this is a really good, wholesome, nourished dish. It will fulfill you for, when you eat that, it'll keep you full up for a longer period of time. And also this dish, you can give it to like a child as well. They will be happy eating this. So I'm just going to try and see how much it's cooked. If it's soft enough, then I'll add the rest of the lentils. It's gone really soft, it's lovely. I'm going to add the pigeon peas now. Split pigeon peas is also called tuer dal. I don't know if anybody's heard of that. That's quite a watery dal that you get in some bars when you have South Indian food. Or normally Gujarat people have tuer dal with their rice as well. So I'm going to do this magic ball here, and then you'll have to tell me which one is which. Which hand has got chickpea and which hand has got pigeon peas? Pigeon peas? Chickpeas? Yes. You're right. How did you guess? Is it because the water was cloudy? That's right. Okay. So when we cook food, most people, they ask us if our food is spicy. And spicy, to most people, think it's hot, whereas in our culture we have a different word for spicy, where it's spicy and hot, they're two different words. So spicy normally to me would mean full of flavor. So the heat, there's like a gentle heat that's coming through cinnamon, through cloves, to garlic, and ginger as well. So the spices that I'll be using next will be star anise. Oh no, I did add star anise to it. I'll be adding ginger to it. So ginger is quite a warming spice, and it's also like if you're feeling nauseous when you do a car journey, it's good to have just like a ginger water, and it will make you feel less nauseous. The way I look at my spices is anybody into their Marvel and DC superheroes? Yeah? So turmeric and cinnamon are not the only superheroes. We have loads of other superheroes like mustard, cinnamon, cloves, and the way I look at it is that the spices are Marvel and the herbs are DC. So when you combine both of them together, they make really powerful antioxidants. So even if you just have a little bit of the spices in your food, you will just in your one meal, you'll just have a lot of antioxidants in your food. So you try and use spices and herbs wherever you can in your food. Like say if you're having porridge, how many use cinnamon in the porridge? A lot of you. So you can also try cardamom. That tastes nice. And nutmeg as well if you want different flavors of porridge. So you can create different flavors like that. And also like when you're having your smoothies as well, you can add like a little bit of ginger, apple, kale, and it makes a really lovely smoothie. So the spices are all about creating fire in your belly. We all heard about fire in your belly. It all helps you break down food. It helps you digest your food. That's what you want to do. You want to create the fire in your belly with the spices. So I'm going to take some ginger, and I'll take the skin off. Normally the skin will be reserved and made to be made masala chai. So if you add if you like doing the brewed chai, you add this to the masala. You just brew your normal tea, or even if you have rooibos tea, just let it brew and add the skin to it, and it will make lovely masala chai. It's really lovely for warm weather, like today. Like it's not that warm, it's quite cool. So you want to have something warming, then just add like ginger to it. I've not brought a plain grater, but normally you just have like a plain grater and you put this the ginger in. I'm trying to do it really thinly as possible as I can. So some of you lucky people will have like pieces of ginger in your meal. That's not how normally I would do it. I would grate it, like use a plain grater and do it. So I'll try, so it's about an inch of ginger that I'm using. The beneficial properties of spices and herbs are not usually advertised anywhere or not talked about, simply because clinical trials remain sporadic. You cannot have intellectual property on turmeric or on ginger or anything else. It's just like like we all know beetroot and rocket leaves. They're really good for your heart health, but you can't patent them, so clinical trials remain very sporadic. But now there is a lot of research happening, and there is a lot of things coming out about the beneficial of spices, herbs, and other foods as well. So let me go back to the spices. The turmeric, everybody knows that it helps a lot of cancer patients. With the cancer, it's shown to reduce the tumor in them. The cinnamon helps to thin the blood. It also helps level out the blood glucose level, regulate the blood glucose level. And mustard seeds aids with digestion. Again, we come back to adding fire to your belly. That's what mustard seeds do. They help with the digestion. Fenugreek seeds. Does anybody use fenugreek seeds? Yeah. So they are quite they are bitter. So not many people like them, but they do taste a little bit nutty as well, and they do add a nice flavor. So they protect against cancer, and they also improve muscle mass. Ginger, some people say, if you have arthritis and you have powdered ginger, so dry, I've used fresh ginger here, but there are two types of ginger. One's a powdered ginger and one's fresh ginger, and both will have different tastes. You can add both to your tea or to your smoothie. It doesn't matter which one do you use. But in your cooking, it will matter because you'll have completely different flavors. So now I'm adding the green lentils. I'm removing froth. I don't know. Can you see? No. Further down. Yeah, it's a lot of froth. Any questions, anybody? Good. We're doing, if you're following us on Facebook, we're doing a Facebook Live, but I think it's gone Facebook dead now. So yeah, he's going to perform CPR on it and bring it back to life. I'm going to add the red lentils straight away. I've not even washed. I've not washed this or put them in soaked in water. But if you have time at home, I would give them a rinse just to give it wash any dirt off while during packaging or anything like that. And I'll add some more water.
I'm going to find the question.
You'll see this is such a super. It's so nourishing and it's very cheap to make. It doesn't cost lots of money, and it will be really what do I say? It's a very fulfilling meal. So if you're in a hurry, and it stores well in the freezer as well. So if you make a batch and you have it like put in little containers like this, there's a ready-made meal, for you when you come home. And also you can take it to the work and put it in the microwave. It won't, it's great for soups. Sorry, there are questions coming up. Okay, there's a very good question that came up, which says, why do you remove the froth? The froth there is, the way I see it is, it will, when I put my spices in there, the role of spices is to heal you, it's to give you flavor, and it's to provide color. So if I didn't remove the froth is quite, it's very pale white in color, and it will kind of impair the taste of the lentils. But also, when you soak the lentil, it's removing the phytates from the lentils. So the way I see it, it's just all the froth. There could be like phytates in there, and I'm just removing the froth, removing the phytates by removing the froth. So as much as I can remove, it also will be less gassy on your. Well, you want to be less gassy as well. When you have your lentils from the cans, always wash the water out. Unless you're using chickpea water, save that chickpea water, because that's really important. Have you heard of Aquafab? Yeah, quite a few people have. So Aquafab makes beautiful meringues, so you can use it instead of eggs in quite a lot of dishes. Like if you're making a mousse, or you're making meringues, and also if you're making any cakes as well, brownies, just put chickpea water in there instead of eggs. And I think it's one egg is equivalent of 3 tablespoons of chickpea water, so you can use that. Oh my god, the time's gone. Okay, I'll just be told I'll be given 5 to 10 minutes. The time's gone really quick. Okay. So just to give you time for sampling, I'm going to add two chilies in there. Okay. And next I'll add is some salt. Don't do what I do. I'm just like putting it like that. Don't do that. Because you may end up with a whole jar in there. So. Okay. And next I'm adding some tomatoes. I didn't measure it, sorry, it's about 6 tablespoons, I think. It's all by eyeball. I'll just see if the color is right, then it's right. And where's my turmeric? So you can see the lovely saffrony color in turmeric. What's happening these days now, when you go and eat out, you can see all these spices are going to be very nourishing for you. But when you eat out, people, sometimes some restaurants, they will cut corners and they will add colors like yellow color, red color. just because because restaurants think that's what people like, and we become a nation of Instagram, so we photograph everything, and everything looks so perfect. So there's always pressure to make things really beautiful, and for that reason, color will be added to food. So at least when you make things by yourself, you know what you put in there, and you're gonna eat that food. There's never any reason to use color at all. So say, for example, if you want a green color, you can use spinach juice. If you want a deep kind of purpley color or red color or a pink color, use beetroot. You get dry beetroot powder that you can use that, and you just use good color, good chilies. So like I here in my spice pot, I have got some spice pots over there which are for £10 today, and normally they're £15. We'll be selling them for £10 today. I got this chili is called Kashmiri red chili, and that is for color, and it's just natural color from the chilies. There's no color added to it. So you'll see there'll be like when you look at the Mexican dishes, they say habanero peppers or chipotle peppers. So it's all just the different regions the peppers have come from and the way they have smoked it. So they'll all give different colors to it or different flavors. So this is so if you want like a deep red color, this I carry my spices everywhere with me, simply because I like my should I say this chips and potato crisps with loads of chili powder. Well, the way I think of it is that all the fat in there, chili powder has got a chemical in there which helps break down fat in your body, and it activates the brown fat in your body, which is around your shoulder blades. So chili powder and cold is very good to lose weight. So that's why I douse my potato chips in chili powder, and it doesn't help break the fat down, but it makes me feel good. So I just have that occasionally. I'm gonna try this. Oh, my lemons! I'm gonna add some lemons in there. Again, with lemons, it's hard. I'm using a lime, but it doesn't matter whether you use a lemon or a lime. Ooh, I'm going to reduce the heat here. It's bubbling away. And the dish, the mixed dal, the longer you leave it, the better flavors it will have. So I would say, if you're doing this on a weekend and you want to take it to work the next day, the flavors will be really intense. So do that. And also, this makes a great dish to make ahead of time when your friends and family are coming. Okay, I'm just going to try the dish just to see if I need to add any kind of sweetener in there. So the sweetener I'm using is jaggery, and jaggery is made out of sugar cane, and it has some little bit of molasses in there so that's why it gives like a toffee, almost like a toffee color. I'm just going to try this, because some limes, they're not that sour, and depending on the time you're buying them, they may be more sweeter than sour. Okay, this is a little bit hot. It's nice hot. It'll warm you up. It's quite warming. I'm adding some salt. Sorry, this is sea salt. I'm adding. Also, salts. Different salt will give different flavors. I got loads of clean spoons here. I'm just getting some more. Oh my god, okay.
Is that?
It's lovely, it's really lovely. But it's getting hotter, so I'm thinking I may add a little bit of jaggery to it. I'm just balancing out my spices because I don't want it to be too hot.
Does anyone have any questions?
Any questions, anybody? Okay, this dal is getting ready. So, if you are somebody who's got like a weak digestive system, I would say try and use like mild spices like black pepper, and it will help, especially with when you have lentils. Maharsh, there's a question in the 4th row. So black pepper and turmeric, they work hand in hand, and really powerful cancer properties as well. Okay, I'm going to lower this down a bit. It's an excellent question, because if you, this is going to be a really, for some people they might find it very, very hot. So what do you use to cool yourself down? I normally use soya yogurt. I like using my dal and yogurt, they come together. So I make a beautiful raita from my yogurt. I'll have soya yogurt with made into a raita, so adding cucumber and cumin seeds and coriander. Yeah. So soya yogurt makes it vegan, and it's absolutely cooling. It works just the same as like the dairy yogurt, but dairy yogurt. So just use soya yogurt. It's fine, and that goes really well with your rice. So again, when you have soya yogurt, you're having another source of protein. So imagine how much protein you're having. According to does anybody know how much protein we need? No. Does anybody know what's the medical term for protein deficiency? Anybody heard of rickets? See, everybody's heard of rickets, which is a deficiency of vitamin D. How many of you have heard kwashiorkor? See, nobody. So how many? It just shows that not many people suffer from protein deficiency. I was a vegetarian. I have a family. My family generation goes back 400 years or more. I don't know any further than that. And they were all vegetarians. And as far as I know, none of them had a protein deficiency. So I don't know why there's always this question of where do you get your protein from when you. Yeah. So I grew up in Africa. And I was quite fortunate that I didn't suffer from any malnutrition or any starvation. But if you do suffer from malnutrition or starvation, then yes, you will get protein deficiency. So, but it's not a common thing that happens. Okay, I've just been told that I'm coming to the end of my cookery demonstration. So we will be serving out on the right-hand side of the table for you to taste, and I'll just give it one more try. If you like to increase your knowledge about how to cook, then do come to our cookery classes. There are postcards going around, and I'll go into a lot more depth about the different spices as well and how to balance them out. And there are more postcards somewhere on the side as well, so do pick them up. You may see us catering at some of the events, so do come and say hello to us. And if there are any kind of questions, I'll take them. Otherwise, we'll conclude here today.
Probably you want to sample, isn't it?
Yeah, we will sample. We are doing sampling.
One question.
Oh yeah, excellent. Another good question. Do I soak the lentils in cold water or warm water? I use normal tap water, so it doesn't really matter what kind of water you use to soak it in. Okay, I'm going to leave. I'm not going to do any more to this dish. It tastes really lovely. And I think that's it for now. So we'll bring it to the other side. Shall I put it in here? Thank you very much. And the only thing I haven't got is coriander today, but so you can see how thick it's become, and it will easily feed a lot of people. Do you want to take it down there? Okay. I'll just add some more water to this one so we can have more going around. And with the dal, you can make it as thick as you want or thin as you want. It doesn't make any difference. Okay, now this batch is going to be really salty, so people who like salt, try this one rather than that one. Yes. Actually, I think I'll keep this batch for myself. Thank you, everybody. Do try out the food.